You know, as Donald Trump has repeatedly tried to crash the stock market, and he's been rooting for a downturn in the economy so he can run on that. He thinks that's a winning issue for him. Sorry, Donald, that's not what's happening. What is happening, though, is your Trump media stock is crashing. Yesterday, it was down another 5%, down massively over the past 6 months. You know what that means? New scam time by the Trump family. All right, you've got Eric and Don Jr. now posting the following. Eric posts, this is how Eric's spending his day. I have truly fallen in love with crypto DeFi. Stay tuned for a big announcement out at Trump, at Real Donald Trump, at Donald Trump Jr. And then you get the post from Donald Trump Jr. We're about to shake up the crypto world with something huge. Decentralized finance is the future. Don't get left behind. Let me just guess here. Y'all grifters are going to grift again. And the whole Donald Trump speaking at the Bitcoin convention in Nashville, Tennessee, when it was obvious he didn't even know what a Bitcoin was, and he's been trying to talk about Bitcoin recently, is all part of the latest stunt, the latest scam. Just like within 48 hours after the Butler, Pennsylvania incident, what did Donald Trump do? He sold assassination edition high tops, fight, high tops, and then proceeded to roll out 9 other variations of assassination edition sneakers being sold between $199 and $299. Who does that? Who does that? Trump does, selling assassination edition sneakers. Like, here's Donald Trump in an interview where he's talking about, it's recent, where he's talking about Bitcoin, and in kind of the traditional Trump scam, he goes, what we can do is we can do a Bitcoin check. He calls it a Bitcoin check. And then we're just going to, voila, we'll just get rid of all of the debt with a Bitcoin check, he says. Here, play this clip.
Who knows, maybe we'll pay off our $35 trillion, hand him a little crypto check, right? We'll hand him a little Bitcoin and wipe out our $35 trillion.
But how do you...
You see, with Donald Trump, it's always a stunt. It's always a scam. It is always, for him, a way for him to grift and make money. Like, I want to show you this. When Donald Trump did that interview earlier this week, just put this scene in your head. You've got Vice President Kamala Harris and Governor Walz in a packed house in Philadelphia, in a packed hangar in Detroit, Michigan, in a packed location in Eau Claire, Wisconsin, right? What is Donald Trump doing this week? He interviewed with Adin Ross, and we've talked about who Adin Ross is, right-wing streamer, and then Adin Ross got famous for sniffing people's butts. He talked about how he sniffs his sister's underwear. You can go and look at other videos where we've reported on that. He sniffed the butts of like girls who go on his show. Real perverted, weird stuff. And by the way, Donald Trump's nickname is Herbert Hoover, is Pervert Hoover, because just like Herbert Hoover is the only president who's actually lost jobs while in office. So Trump does the interview with the butt sniffer, with Adin Ross. And one of the reasons Trump did it is Adin Ross bought for Donald Trump a Cybertruck, apparently, based on all these reports from the right-wing media, that they were doing this weird dance in front of the Cybertruck that Adin Ross gifted him. I'm not even sure you're allowed to gift. Is that even a violation of FEC campaign finance rules to give gifts like that? And then he gave Donald Trump a Rolex during the interview. So we can go back, and the MeidasTouch network has exposed stunt after stunt. Now, finally, the media is actually covering these things, or at least some of these things. But you could take a look at all of these stunts by Donald Trump. And, you want to talk about the stunt where Donald Trump said he was going to a bodega in Harlem, but he filled it up with the young Republicans and they were cheering him. You can go to the stunt where Donald Trump said that he was meeting with union workers in Michigan. How about that stunt? Donald Trump said he was speaking with union workers in Michigan, but Donald Trump paid $25,000 to a non-union shop and basically paid them to hold up signs, non-union workers, saying union workers for Trump. The whole thing was made up. And then Donald Trump proceeded to then attack unions, but say he was speaking with the union workers when he was not. So thankfully you had Sean Fain in Michigan at the rally in Detroit saying Donald Trump's a phony. Donald Trump's a scab. This is Sean Fain. Here, play this clip.
That's right. Every time Donald Trump gets a chance, he trashes our union and he trashes the working class. He comes to Michigan. He talks about he's going to bring back the auto industry. Let me tell you something. Donald Trump doesn't know shit about the auto industry.
Go through all of these stunts that Donald Trump's done. Donald Trump, there was in Atlanta, Georgia, Buckhead. You had Donald Trump speaking at a black barbershop, and then the owner of the black barbershop said, "I was conned. I thought we were going to just be talking about small business development. I didn't know any of this." And Trump came in and just turned it into a campaign rally and then started talking about how the black community likes Donald Trump because he was convicted and he was indicted, and that appeals to the black community. Or play this clip.
The owner of Rocky's Barbershop in Atlanta says he feels he was misled by a campaign event for former President Trump the day before the debate. Rocky Jones tells our Kara Spelger he thought his Buckhead shop was just hosting a forum for black businesses, but he says he never expected to fade into the realm of politics.
To me, cutting hair is like an art.
And smooth waves are not the only thing Rocky Jones wants his shop to be known for.
We try to specialize in just giving good service to the community. As you can see, I've been here since 17 years and it's been good.
Which is why he jumped at the chance to help other black business owners get ahead.
Started with a text, then it went to a call because I was actually out the country. And just me agreeing to do a black small business round table. I thought it was like something real private.
It was anything but. Rocky, along with black business owners from across metro Atlanta, crammed into his shop, along with Trump surrogates like Ben Carson. But it wasn't all shop talk.
Thinking about black business in Atlanta, small black businesses in Atlanta. And I'm like, okay, so when are we going to start talking about this?
He says a call from former President Trump during the event cut deep.
Why is the ex-president calling somebody in my barbershop? This has nothing to do with small black businesses.
And he was left with a lot more than razor burn.
We had some calls. Thursday, we definitely got some calls, some backlash, some angry people that don't know me. And I have to deal with that. I have no involvement in politics. We don't even talk politics in my barbershop. It's all sports. Commend everybody to vote, but that's your business. I don't tell you what to do.
The number of customers, he says, has trimmed down, but he hopes the shock will fade and he can keep helping his community. Kara Spelger, 11 Alive News.
Now, we repeatedly reached out to several representatives for the Trump campaign today about the claims that he just made. They have not responded at this time to our phone calls or email.
It's hot outside and your nighttime bedroom temperature has a huge impact on your sleep quality. If you wake up too hot or too cold, I highly recommend you check out Miracle Made's bed sheets. Miracle Made sheets are inspired by NASA and use silver-infused fabrics that are temperature regulating so you can sleep at the perfect temperature all night long. Using silver-infused fabrics inspired by NASA, Miracle Made sheets are thermoregulating and designed to keep you at the perfect temperature all night long, no matter the weather, so you get better sleep every night. These sheets are infused with silver that prevent up to 99.7% of bacterial growth, leaving them to stay cleaner and fresh 3 times longer than other sheets. No more gross odors. Miracle sheets are luxuriously comfortable without the high price tag of other luxury brands and feel as nice, if not nicer, than the sheets used by some 5-star hotels. Stop sleeping on bacteria. Bacteria can clog your pores, cause breakouts and acne. Sleep clean with Miracle. Go to trymiracle.com/Meidas to try Miracle Made sheets today. And whether you're buying them for yourself or as a gift for a loved one, if you order today, you can save over 40%. And if you use our promo Meidas, MEIDAS at checkout, you'll get 3 free towels and save an extra 20%. Miracle is so confident in their product, it's backed with a 30-day money-back guarantee. So if you aren't 100% satisfied, you'll get a full refund. Upgrade your sleep with Miracle Made. Go to trymiracle, TRYMIRACLE, trymiracle.com/Meidas, and use the code Meidas to claim your free 3-piece towel set and save over 40%. Again, that's trymiracle.com/Meidas to treat yourself. Thank you, Miracle Made, for sponsoring this episode.
And then you have Fox spewing that the reason that the black community is going to vote for Donald Trump is because he's selling these sneakers, these assassination edition sneakers, or the gold with the red bottom sneakers. I mean, this is what Fox was actually saying. Here, play this clip.
Even the sneaker thing. I was on social media last night. Very interesting. As you see black support eroding from Joe Biden, this is connecting with black America because they love sneakers. They're into sneakers. They love this is a big deal, certainly in the inner city. So when you have Trump roll out his sneaker line, they're like, wait a minute, this is cool. He's reaching them on a level that defies and is above politics. The culture always trumps politics. And Trump understands culture like no politician I've ever seen.
Question for you on that point, though.
Yeah.
Will the people that are excited about the sneakers and excited about Donald Trump, will that translate into them going out and voting for Donald Trump?
Well, anybody willing to put $400 down for a pair of sneakers? Yeah, I think that's commitment and love. It's
hope
something.
You're right.
It's something. It's affection.
By the way, you could hear Donald Trump say it for himself at this event. Play this clip.
And then I got indicted a second time, and a third time, and a fourth time. And a lot of people said that that's why the black people like me, because they have been hurt so badly and discriminated against. And they actually viewed me as I'm being discriminated against. It's been pretty amazing. But
I go back to this. Let's just post this disclosure up right here. So when Trump media went public, so this is what I want you to show all of your friends who think that Donald Trump is a good businessman, okay? Show them this right here. Because when Trump media had to go public, you have a mandatory part of the disclosures is that you have to disclose all of your prior bankruptcies and prior failed businesses. It's a requirement when you go public, okay? So Donald Trump was required to fill this out when Trump media went public. So what I'm about to share with you is not MeidasTouch giving a summary. This is Trump's summary in the section of the SEC filing for his publicly traded company where he's required to disclose past bankruptcies. So I want you to decide for yourself, is this someone who is successful at business, okay? A number of companies that were associated with Trump have filed for bankruptcy. There can be no assurances that the Trump media stock, the new company, will not also become bankrupt. So they're warning the people, the marks, that this thing could be bankrupt like all of his other companies that are listed, but they just assume no one's going to go to page 132 of this disclosure form. Guess who goes to 132? MeidasTouch Network. We go to page 132 because we read all of the filings here. I know maybe corporate media in their sound bites, they don't want to go to page 132, but maybe you want to go to page 132. Here's what it says. Entities associated with Trump have filed for bankruptcy protection. The Trump Taj Mahal, which was built and owned by Trump, filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy in 1991. The Trump Plaza, the Trump Castle, and the Plaza Hotel, all owned by Trump at the time, filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy in 1992. THCR, which was founded by Trump in 1995, filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy in 2004. My dogs are upset about that. Trump Entertainment Resorts, the new name given to Trump hotels and casino resorts after its 2004 bankruptcy, declared bankruptcy in 2009. While all of the foregoing were in different businesses than Trump Media, there can be no guarantee that Trump Media's performance will exceed the performance of those entities. Next one. A number of companies had license agreements with Trump. They have failed. There can be no assurances that Trump Media will also not fail. Again, my dogs are very upset about that. Trump Shuttle Inc., launched by Trump in 1989, defaulted on its loans in 1990 and ceased to exist by 92. Trump University, founded by Trump in 2005, ceased operation in 2011 amid lawsuits and investigations regarding the company's business practices. Trump Vodka, a brand of vodka produced by Drinks America under license from the Trump Organization, was introduced in 2005 and discontinued in 2011. Trump Mortgage, a financial service company founded by Trump in 2006, ceased operation in 2007. GoTrump.com, a travel site founded by Trump in 2006, ceased operation in 2007. Trump Steaks, a brand of steak and other meats founded by Trump in 2007, continued sales 2 months after its launch. With all of these businesses, while these businesses were different than Trump Media, there can be no guarantee that Trump Media's performance will exceed the performance of these entities. By the way, we should also add that the Trump Organization was found liable for civil fraud in the past 6 months and fined nearly $500 million for inflating its financial valuations. I'd also add to those disclosures that the Trump Organization was convicted on dozens of felonies. We should also add perhaps that when Donald Trump was owning beauty pageants, he said the reason that he was doing it is so he can inspect naked girls without their consent. Here's Donald Trump saying it in his own words. Play the clip.
Well, you could also say as the owner of the pageant, it's your obligation to do that.
So you have done that. Now,
I'll tell you the funniest is that I'll go backstage before a show.
Yes.
And everyone's getting dressed and ready and everything else. And, no men are anywhere. And I'm allowed to go in because I'm the owner of the pageant, and therefore I'm inspecting it. I'm inspecting. I want to make sure that
like
everything is good.
You're there.
Yeah, the dress. Is everyone okay? They're standing there with no clothes. Is everybody okay? And you see these incredible looking women. And so I sort of get away with things like that.
And then you have Donald Trump running events like this when he was running these beauty pageants with girls who are like 14 years old. They are the people in Donald Trump's beauty pageants. And then you take a look at an article by The Guardian, which talks about what went down there, where Donald Trump would rent these yachts or host parties on these yachts for his Look of the Year competition, he called them. And they would have men old enough to be these girls' grandparents show up and grind on the girls. Go read the article at The Guardian. Take a look at the photos that Donald Trump is even posting of himself with girls who he's old enough to be their grandfather. Donald Trump saying that Jeffrey Epstein is a great friend, is a great guy, he says, who likes girls on the younger side. Donald Trump wishing Ghislaine Maxwell well. Donald Trump being on all the message like. So we should add those to the disclosures as well. This is who these desperate, weak, pathetic people are, which is why Vice President Kamala Harris says, I know their type. Here's what Vice President Kamala Harris said in her recent speech. Play the clip.
And before that, I was a courtroom prosecutor. In those roles, I took on perpetrators of all kinds. Predators who abused women, fraudsters who ripped off consumers, cheaters who broke the rules for their own gain. So hear me when I say, I know Donald Trump's type.
Well, there you have it. Another grift. What are they going to do with the crypto? You're going to write a crypto check and make all the $8 trillion in debt that you added, Trump? Go away with your imaginary crypto check? You think people are stupid, but people are waking up. People aren't stupid. Maybe some of your MAGA people think that what you say goes, but most Americans recognize that you're a con artist and what you're doing, what your kids are doing. We get it. Hit subscribe. Let's get to 3 million subscribers together. Thanks for watching.
Love this video? Make sure you stay up to date on the latest breaking news and all things Midas by signing up to the MeidasTouch newsletter at MeidasTouch.com/newsletter.